Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Honeybees Homestead. Good morning, Kaisa. Good morning, Janine. Good morning, Miss R. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Kaisa. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, Dawn. Oh, you have a headache, sweetheart. Oh, you nurse that headache, honey. I hope you feel better. I hate headaches. I hate them. I am still nursing this cold. Let me take this banner down. Good morning. I'm here. Don't feel like being on camera today. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Gina. How is everyone doing today? Good morning, Miss R. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I did get some rest yesterday. And yes, everybody lift Dawn up. She has a headache this morning. She's going to be listening, but laying down. Good morning, Harry. Much love to you, brother. Thank you, Megan. Sometimes I don't feel like being on camera. Today that doesn't feel like a camera day. I woke up this morning, I got some rest yesterday, and then I finally fell asleep last night after battling with this coughing and wheezing in my chest. And finally fell asleep, and I woke up, I guess, around 2, 3, I don't know, somewhere in there, 4 maybe. And went and trolled around on YouTube, and you know me, I found Quick Vic was on, so I went in there and talked and told them all to get their asses to bed, and like I'm mama to everybody. And good morning, my queen. Oh, you had some bad storms through the night. Yeah, we're supposed to get some storms here today. It's looking quite nasty outside. The wind is blowing, and but it's beautiful. The weather is I mean, it's like 70 something degrees. Good morning, Slap and Tickle. You're up early. Welcome. Oh, you have a headache too, Megan. I tell you what, whatever this chest mess that's going around, my mother-in-law has it, my husband has it, I have it, my son has it. Um, it just makes you feel like crud, and that's what I call it. People are like, "What's the?" I said the other day I had the crud, and I think Chiffon came on and left a comment. She says, "I don't know what that is, but maybe you should go to the doctor." Now that's a good friend, huh? I don't know what the crud is, but you should go to the doctor. Oh my goodness. Yes, Miss R, we are here. Good morning, Dagmar. Oh, that's okay, Gina. We just your phone and Queen and Mom's phone. Everyone's having problems this morning with their phones. Oh goodness. Okay, guys, let's look at some news today. Goodness. Hopefully, I can make it through this morning talking and everything because I was having a hard time talking on the phone just a few minutes ago. Um, you're having sirens going off now, like tornado sirens. Oh my goodness. Well, I pray and place a hedge of protection about you in the name of Jesus. No tornado shall come nigh thy dwelling, and you will remain safe in the name of Jesus. Okay, let's look at what is going on in the world today. Look up about the Cracker Barrel shooting in St. Louis yesterday. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay. Thank you, Kaisa. I don't know why I said Casa. Me Casa, Su Casa. Maybe that's what I'm saying, huh? Okay. Get out of the way, ads already. God. Okay, a Cracker Barrel worker started his vehicle so it could warm up before he got off work. Then he took the trash out. But as the 52-year-old man was emptying the trash, he saw a gray Nissan drive up next to his running car. The employee then saw a boy get out of the Nissan and enter his car at about 5:30 a.m. He yelled at the boy, then someone shot at the worker several times. The employee was shot in the elbow and buttocks. Oh my gosh. Three boys escaped in the Nissan, and the worker was rushed to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The Nissan went eastbound on I-70 when the car got a flat tire. They left the car on the shoulder of the Missouri Interstate and went to a trash dump in Earth City to steal a work truck. So they were just on a stealing spree, huh? The stolen truck was then found crashed in a ditch. Three boys and three girls running in the area following the Cracker Barrel shooting. Oh my God. They began a search where they found two teenage boys and three girls. The five kids were taken into custody. Early investigation determined that the Nissan had been reported stolen from Veneta Park the night before. The three boys picked up the three girls and went to a hotel in the Earth City area. The three girls were left at the hotel when the three boys then left again in the Nissan. My gosh, the boys ages 14, 15, and 16 uh, are now in juvenile court. The girls are not facing charges, but they are considered witnesses. My gosh. This is crazy, Kaisa. What in the world? 14, 15, and 16-year-olds out stealing cars and shooting people. What the hell? I mean, you go out to start your car and to get it warm it up, and someone has to come and steal it, and it's three kids, and you get shot in the ass and the elbow. I mean, what is that? You can't even start your car anymore. It's really sad. This is a sad story. I'm glad that he survived though. I would hate that these kids would be looking at murder. And I think it probably would have, turned out differently had this person been shot and killed. Very differently. So these kids better be thinking they're lucky stars that this man was not hit in the head or anything like that and killed. And just thank God for this man's life. Wow, Kaisa, what a story. Thank you. Okay, guys. Yeah, Megan, that's the world we live in. Good morning, Chirpin Burt. Girl, you have me laughing my tail off with the sweetie skating, okay? I mean, oh, you keep me laughing. I absolutely love it. And when you sent me that Elmo Instagram yesterday, girl, I cried. I laughed so hard I couldn't even stop coughing. I was laughing so hard. Y'all, today I realized that tomorrow is my brother's birthday. My brother passed away suddenly from a heart attack many years ago. Um, I miss him dearly. He was the firstborn in our family, and he was 10 years older than me. And so I'm 49. So that means he would have been turning 60 this year. And, we go through life, especially for me, with all the loss that I've endured. To help me cope, I had to learn how to forget dates, because dates always brought me back to the bad memory of the death or whatever happened. I would relive it each day. When it would come, I would relive it the year upon year. It was just something that my body naturally did out of memory and PTSD. So this morning, I'm sitting out on the porch, and I got to thinking, what is today's date? Because my dad's birthday is January 3rd, as you guys know. And I will give you an update on that. I will get to that, because I've forgotten to give you the update. But as I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh my gosh, today is the 12th and tomorrow's the 13th, and my brother's birthday is January 13th. And I started crying because I've tried so hard to forget the bad dates that I have ended up forgetting even the good dates. And with this comes a lot of guilt. Even though there shouldn't be guilt, it comes with guilt because it makes you feel like you've forgotten the person, and you haven't. I just want to let everybody know that you haven't. You haven't forgotten the person. It's that you can remember that person on a daily. It doesn't have to just be on their birthday or on their death date. I remember my brother all the time. But it is nice to be able to remember his birthday, and feel good now about it, versus me being so heartbroken. We need to remember that even when we go to heaven, and this is my personal belief system, so don't take it as I'm putting it off on you, because everyone has their own belief system, and I totally understand. And I am very aware of that, and I'm very respectful of that. I don't want to push off my beliefs on anybody, but in my belief system, we go to heaven and we live for eternity. We are eternal beings. And I will spend eternity. This is just a blip in this time. And so I just want to say that I remembered his birthday today with him in a good way. And I hope this year, that's what this year brings to me, is the ability to remember the dates without having the PTSD connected to it. Yes, Janine, I will never, ever forget my brother. Never. I will never forget my brother. His name was David. And for any of you that know Super Savage Dave, who goes into Quick Vicks, um, I took a liking to Savage Dave because my brother's name, he rode motorcycles, and he was an alcoholic. He drank beer. He didn't have any kids. He was married one time with no kids. And everybody called him Super Dave. So when I watch Savage Dave, this is why I have such a liking for Savage Dave, because if I was to show you pictures, and you can ask Indie Mom this, I've shown her pictures of my brother. Dave and my brother David, look a little bit alike. They have the red hair. They drink the same beer, so it's one of those things where I'm attached to that boy for whatever reason that is. I took a liking to him, and now, he's my son's age. And so, through the years having my boys, I took in a lot of kids, girls and boys, and they called me Mama. To this day, I'll still see them, and they'll say, "Well, how you doing, Mama?" And that's how, that's how I look at it. So I just want to make sure that in case, I get sidetracked and forget tomorrow, that happy birthday to my brother in heaven. I believe that we have the best birthdays when they're in heaven. And so he's going to be celebrating with my son Paul and my mother, and that's how I have to look at it now is, they're all together. And oh, that's great, Kaisa. Your brother's name is David also, and he liked his beer too. He's been sober 4 years. Congratulations to David. I love that name. My brother's name was David Wade, and I've always loved that name, Wade. And my youngest son that passed away looked so much like my brother as he got older. It was just mesmerizing because I would just watch him walk, and he walked like my brother too. And it's just funny to see how your kids grow up, and they take on the resemblance of your whether it's your father or your grandfather or brother or sister. Is very interesting, very interesting. So anyway, yeah, I just want to celebrate. That's your dad's name also, okay? Yes, I love that. I love that name. Okay, let's look at this. I am just seeing this. Y'all have to forgive me. Sometimes I do that, guys. I think it's a coping mechanism where I can be talking about something so serious and just totally switch up. I don't mean to do that on purpose. I know sometimes it could probably be a little aggravating, so just bear with me. I don't like to tend to focus on negative. I really like to take it and turn it into a positive, because I noticed in my 30s, in my 20s and 30s, I took everything to heart, and it really played a toll on my health. And now I'm starting to learn in my 40s that you got to separate those things. You got to separate yourself emotionally from things sometimes to heal. And sometimes people don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's just my perception. That could be just my perception, that I feel like people don't understand. The more I talk about it, the more I realize that people do understand, because they go through it. Your brother's name was Logan. I love that name. But yeah, you can't seem to do that, Janine. Are you talking about separating your emotion? It's not easy. I won't say that it's easy. I will say that it's doable, but it's not easy, and it does take time. Um, my brother's been gone for over 10 years. Um, so I'm in a different space of grief with him than I am for my mother and my son, let's say. And so in learning and grieving my brother and how long it's been, because his death was so unexpected. Um, anybody's death is unexpected. I don't know why I just said that. That's anyway, disregard that. Um, I couldn't move on. And for me to move on, just recently I had to start. I'll tell you what I did, Janine. I took the calendar down. That's what I did. I stopped paying attention to the date. That's what I did. And literally, what it did for me was it helped heal me to where I could live day to day and not think to myself, okay, what's today's date? What is today's date? And then it would bring me right back. It would bring me right back. So you focus on that, right? And wherever your focus is, that's where your heart's going to go. So you have to take your focus off the calendar. You have to take your focus off the day. Okay? And that is hard to do. It's really hard to do because it makes you feel like you are abandoning your grief, I guess I would say. But really, what you're doing is saving yourself. You're saving yourself. Yes, you still live for them. Yes, I live for them too. I take pride in saying, that they're gone and I'm here, so I'm going to live my life for them. And that's good, but we also have to remember that in living, it's not just going and doing, but we have to be happy in our heart. And I don't know about you, but I haven't had happiness in my heart in years. There was nothing for me to live for. Even my kids would beg me, please get up out of the bed, but they didn't understand I was in so much pain. And Janine, I feel you. I have felt that too. And I know you feel you have nothing left. Um, I can't imagine how you feel. I try to place myself, um, being your age and in that position, and just know that we all love you and we all care for you. And it might not be much, but you have us. You have us, all these people around the world who support you and who are standing behind you, holding you up. And every day that we get on here, that's what we do for each other. You guys hold me up. I hold you guys up. We hold each other up. Don't feel though. I don't want you to feel as if you're abandoning um your loved ones because you are happy in your heart. I think a lot of times people feel they connect grief with unhappiness, and that's the way it's got to be. Good morning, Matt. Welcome, welcome, Matt. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad too, Janine. I'm so glad too. You're a sweetheart, and we really, really enjoy your company. And this chat and this room wouldn't be the same without you. It just wouldn't. And so, I just want to say I recognize everybody. I recognize you, and I think about you. I send prayers up for you, but just know that you know just because we grieve doesn't mean we have to be unhappy. And this is what I have found in the years of grieving. I've asked God, for me in this life, the things that we go through, there's reasons that we go through these things, right? And so if you want to ask God, why am I going through this? Then be ready for him to answer you. And if you don't believe in God, you believe in another power, whatever it is, the universe, whatever it is that is speaking to you, be willing to listen, because we need to understand this one thing, that we can grieve and still be happy. We can grieve to the deepest of depths of grief. And maybe for a season you will be depressed. But I tell you what, I am so happy in my heart. Yes, I miss my son. I miss my son. I miss my mom. I miss my brother. Um, I'm grieving my father. No, he did not die. Um, I don't know where we left off the last time, what I had told you guys about my dad. Let me drop the link so I can go smoke a cigarette real quick. Where did I leave off, guys? Had I called my dad for his birthday and he didn't answer? I think. Um, Somebody remind me, because I can't remember. Okay, so I called the number and nobody answered. Okay, let me get my phone up and then we'll talk about it. I need a cigarette to talk about this, guys, because I might get a little hairy. Everything's okay, but I don't like the way. Uh-oh. Okay. Anyway, let me bring my coffee. Y'all, I might have to get some Kleenex. My nose is running. I don't know where it's running to, but it's running. So I'm about to tell them the story about Dad. Everybody's wondering about Dad. Turn the chat on. Oh, okay, guys. So, yeah, that's right, Dagmar. Watch out. Tell Harry to watch out. Okay, so, uh, so my husband and my son decided that next morning, um, that they would go up to my dad's house. And you have to understand, he lives now. I live in the country. He lives way in the country. Um, and it's an hour away from my house. So they drove up, and when they got there, there was no vehicle. He looked through the windows. Nobody was there. He looked through the windows. No TV, no computer. All the main stuff had been taken. Um, and so I didn't know about this until the next day. Larry did not tell me. He had come home. I'd had a really good life. He thought that I knew he had went up to see my dad. I had no clue that he had. So he just didn't say anything to me until the next day. Therefore, it wouldn't interrupt my live show. Um, and when he told me that nobody was there, three things came to my mind. Number one, either he's dead. Number two, he's at my sister's house. Or number three, he's in a nursing home. Well, my sister has my phone number. My phone number has not changed ever. I've had the same phone number that I've had since I had first had a cell phone. I've never had a different number. It is the year 2023, and I still live in the same place that I've lived in for 7 years. No one contacted me. Now, why no one contacted me is beyond me. So, my husband told me he'd get in the car and he's going to drive to my sister's house, which is an hour away also. Him and my son get up the other morning and they drive and they get there and nobody wanted to answer the door. Basically, they were trying to ghost my husband. My sister, her husband, their 18-year-old son. There was a lot of people in the house. It was almost 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay. It wasn't like it was 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And so Larry was about to leave, actually. He was calling me and telling me that they were ghosting him. And I said, that's fine. I'll just call the law and have the law go over there to do a welfare check on my father. And we'll see how they like that. Because Melissa don't play. Don't fuck with me and my family. Don't try. Just because I've had an argument with my daddy does not mean that you can go and take my daddy or something happened to my daddy and you're going to fucking lie to me or keep it from me. Oh, hell no. No. That's why it was best that my husband and my son went over there to talk to them. And my daddy was there. And do you know he had no clue that I didn't know anything about this move? He thought I was aware of everything. He thought that I had been contacted. Which, it doesn't matter because he's not going to say anything to anybody about not saying anything to me. Why would he? I mean, he don't care. I mean, he's 76 years old. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. Um, and apparently he was in the hospital and it was touch and go. And my sister's husband's going to tell my husband, "Well, we tried to call the family." You didn't try to call nobody, motherfucker. I don't know what family you talking about. Did you call your family? Because you sure didn't call this family. I don't understand, y'all. I have not even cried over this because I'm so pissed off about it. I am so pissed off about it, and I don't understand what the fuck have I done so wrong. You didn't come to my son's funeral. And she's going to tell my husband, "Tell Melissa I love her. Tell my sister I love her." Fuck you, bitch. Love is an action to me. Actions speak louder than words, and your actions right now have proven to me that you don't love me. Very passive aggressive, Miss R. Yes, it is fucked up, Kaisa. I don't know why people act like that, Dagmar. I am so hurt over this. I miss my dad so bad. You know, a girl never, I- I've never been able to get from my dad what I needed from him. And maybe I'm just too needy. I don't know. But he always gave it to my sister and never gave it to me. And I've struggled with that. I'm 49 years old and I struggle with that. Even to this day, I struggle with jealousy. Um, shit. Uh, why would somebody do that? I've been nothing but good, and I don't know. So, it's things like this that you ask why, Yes, Kaisa, sometimes blood family isn't your real family. You're right. You're so right. Yes, slap and tickle. Yes, slap and tickle. They've always been that way. They have treated me like shit for years. And the reason I stopped fucking taking it, and that's why I don't have nothing to do with my sister. That's why I stopped having anything to do with my dad because he wanted to take her side. And I felt like, well, fuck it. If you want to take her side, then be with her. I'll just be by myself. I'd rather be alone than have to deal with that. I'd rather be alone and cry than have to have somebody make me cry. Fuck that. My feelings are hurt. I'm so angry. I mean, it's just, you know, this is a classic example of what death can do to families because I haven't talked to my sister. My mother passed, and I'll have to tell y'all that story one day. It's terrible. I hate telling the story because it's so heartbreaking. But I didn't go to my mother's funeral. Y'all have to understand that she was married to a narcissistic, psychopathic sadist. For over 20 years, I had to deal with this man being in my life, a crazy man, a manipulative man, a man who helped raise my sister. And this is why me and my sister don't get along. A lot of it. Because she is like him and it makes me so mad. I hate it. Yes, Kaisa. Thank you, Miss R. I need a hug. We are your family. Thank you, Kaisa. I know. I know you guys. You definitely are. Yes, Slap and Tickle. I don't know. I
I've tried to figure it out. She's the youngest. She was the baby. She was a sick baby. She always looked just like my dad, so everybody used to call her Little Butch. It was always Christy. It was always Christy. And it's painful. It's painful. And me and my mom, we were tight. We were tight. I mean, and she came and took my mom away from me. My mom was sick and dying. And I had a nervous breakdown. I couldn't handle watching her die in front of me. I'm sorry that I wasn't strong enough to sit and listen to her moan in pain. And my sister told me, just shut the door so you don't have to hear her. Who the fuck does that? No, I don't want to shut the door. I want to be with her. I want to help her. And you come and take her from me. And I have to come to your house. And that's what they're going to say the other day. Well, we have an open house. Y'all could come over anytime and see Ed or whatever. Well, fuck you. I'm not coming to your house. I'm not welcome at your house. You have made me unwelcome at your house. The last time I was there, I was made unwelcome at your house. So, no, fuck you. I won't come to your house. Life is hard, y'all. It's unpredictable. And, you know, even, I mean, I feel like I'm a strong woman, but, and even through this, I'm strong. But sometimes you just feel like, damn, when are you gonna, when is somebody gonna, open their eyes and see how bad they hurt people? And they didn't call nobody. I've went through all my messages, my voicemails. I've went through all my emails. I mean, I haven't talked to her in 3 fucking years. 3 over 3 years, to be honest, because she didn't call me to tell me she wasn't showing up to my son's funeral. She called somebody else and said, "Well, I know that we're not welcome there, so we're not coming." Oh, so you made the decision that you're not welcome. You made the decision that you're not welcome, so you don't have to fucking come. That makes it to where it's okay in your mind because you think you're not welcome. No one ever said you wasn't welcome. I would have never disgraced my son's funeral by whooping your ass. I will use another fucking day to do that, bitch. And that's where I am right now. That's why I told my husband, please go over there, because if I go over there, you might as well call the law and have them come and wait outside and tell them to bring an ambulance too. Because I'm going to make sure that she hurts just as bad as I hurt. And I'm not a violent person, y'all. I am not a violent person. But I tell you what, this gets me so riled up. It's so, yes, Janine, it's so much pain. It's so much pain, and it just gets me riled up. It makes pain when someone hurts me. I may cry, but I tell you what, I get angry. I get angry because how dare you think you're going to have the power to affect me in this way? That's what I get angry about. I just want to see my dad. And now I can't go. I feel like I can't go see my dad because I'm not walking in that house. You can come here to see me on my terms, on my land, in my house. And that just goes to show you how much my own father wants to see me. He hadn't even picked up the phone in 6 months to call me. Didn't call me on my birthday. Mm-mm. No. But who went looking for him on his birthday? Who went and called and started looking for him? I did. Why do I have to be the one to search you out? Why can't you be the fucking adult and get on the phone and fucking say, hey, I want to let you know that I was in the hospital and almost died. And I could have said, well, I didn't know that. Maybe my sister should have called me. But no, he's not worried about anything. He don't care about nothing. Fuck Melissa. Whatever. Here you've lost a son. You know how it feels to lose a son. I've lost a son and you can't even call me and ask me how I'm doing. I have never had my father call me and ask me, "Are you okay? Are you okay, baby?" No. This is why I treat my son the way I treat my son, because me and my mom had a very tight relationship. She was my best friend. And she didn't do everything perfect. No, she didn't. But by golly, she was a woman who loved people. She had the biggest heart, and I loved that about her. She would give the shirt off of her back. And I would like to say that I'm the same way. I do everything I can to try to be like my mom. She was a great, great woman. Hard worker. Yes, his grandson. His grandson. And nobody came to the funeral. I was all alone. I don't know. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, y'all. It's hard to talk about, but it feels good to talk about it to get it out, because if I don't talk about it with someone, then I just hold it in. And I just, go over and over and in my mind try to figure it out. To be honest with you though, I haven't really been thinking a lot about this. Um I've been really trying to avoid it because I know the pain that is involved in this. My dad is not in a good space and he could pass. And I don't want to miss out on seeing my dad, but I'm not going to give in to manipulative narcissist people. I'm just not going to do it. Hey Thursday. Thank you Thursday. I really appreciate that. That's the thing. I didn't know if my dad was alive or not. Y'all, to be honest, I really thought he was dead. I told Larry, I said, please go as soon as you can because I feel like something's wrong. And sure enough, he's been in the hospital. And nobody fucking called me. You didn't call my husband. You didn't call me. You didn't call nobody. We live in the same place. You can't get in your car and come over and say your dad is dying. He's in the hospital. Please come. No, they've got my dad's truck. They took my dad's tools. They took everything that my dad promised to me and my husband. And I don't like to talk about that because things aren't the thing. I don't care about the things. But then on the other hand, I do because it's a sign of your word. You gave your word. It's just so much. It's so much. It's so hard. Hey Mitch, and y'all know I don't come on here and fuss about too much. I really don't. But today I'm just glad y'all are with me and standing with me to hear what I have to say because um Indy knows. I've already talked to Indy about it and I just it's just so much. Yeah, Gina, my husband told me years ago, Melissa, you are the one that is the glue to this family. You hold this family together. I'm the one that when my brother died, I called my mother. I'm the one that called everybody and let them know that their son had passed. I'm the one that has kept the family holding together. My sister can't do that, obviously, because of her own bullshit, fucking narcissistic, manipulative ways. I'm not going to put up with that shit. I left that shit 3 years ago and I've been happy and stress free and drama free. I don't deal with that shit. And she knows it. She knows it too. That's why she hadn't called me. She's scared. Because she knows I'll fucking tell her, fuck you and fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. That doesn't mean I don't love her. I do love her. But maybe that's even the worst part of it is that I do love her. I love her and I care about her. But damn it, don't treat you're not allowed to treat me like that. I'm not going to allow you to come into my life and disrupt my life and make me unhappy because you have an agenda. Now, what this agenda is, I have no clue. To keep me away from my dad? He has nothing. Why would you do that? It's not like he's got $1 million or something. I mean, we're not, there's nothing here to fight over. I'm not fighting over anything materialistic. I just want my dad's fucking attention. But if I haven't gotten it in 49 years, who thinks I'm going to get it? Why should I think I'm going to get it now? Why should I think that I'm going to get it now? I took care of him when he went through his heart attacks. He lived with me. I took care of my dad. See, this is the thing. I've put a lot of time and effort into my relationships with my parents. Took care of them, and I get treated like this by my dad? No. No. Yeah, Gina, there's an agenda. There has to be. There's something, someone gets a payoff out of something. You always do something for a reason. And I'm sure the agenda is that I'm a bitch and it's always me and I mean I'm sure that's what she says about me, which I don't care. Um I live out in the country and I live a happy life and yeah, that is so sad, Dagmar. I'm so sorry to hear that. But that's the thing though. We have to self-protect ourselves. And so sometimes you have to make those breaks, even with the closest people that you have around you. I mean, when I got upset with my dad in June, it was Father's Day. I had not seen him since Christmas, y'all. He has not called me. My son died January 27th, and my daddy didn't call me or nothing. Nothing. I don't get any support. The only support that I've ever gotten was from my mother, and my mother is gone now. My son is gone. So I get my support from my husband, my mother in law, and my oldest son, and you guys. I rely very heavily on you guys, my YouTube family. I mean, it just hurts. I don't I don't know Thursday. I've wondered that, but I don't know why. I really don't know why. I just don't feel like I'm the type of person you should be jealous of. I mean, I don't know Thursday. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know what I have or who I am that would make her jealous. It's never seemed like that. It's always been her. She's shorter and thin and um, you know, younger than me and I don't know. I mean, she's got a I don't know. It's a lot there. Yes, Miss R. Thank you for saying that. Um, I do want to see. I do. That's my desire, is to see him. And that's what Larry said, that we would decide, and I'm just scared that he won't want to leave and he's not going to want to come here. And I don't know. I'm scared. I guess. Yeah, I'm just scared. I'm scared that he's not going to, I don't know. Maybe I feel like he doesn't want to see me. I feel like I'm not important enough for him to see me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. But you're right, Miss R. I do want to see him. And I can decide the setting, but he has to be willing too. And that's what I'm afraid of, that he won't be willing. And I'm so hard-headed that I swear I'm not going to that girl's house. It will take every ounce of me and all of the Holy Spirit and God and Jesus behind me to keep me from whooping that bitch's ass. It will. As much as I love her, and even then, I love her more. I just want to whoop her. I just want to bend her over my knee and whoop her ass. Oh, yeah, Miss R. I always try to think, I try to think through scenarios because there's so many different things that could happen. And I know that. I know that. I mean, he could be gone today. I mean, I know how life is so fallible. Life is so, yeah. But I would at least like to feel some desire for my own daddy. You know what I'm saying? Don't you, even at 49, I mean, I just miss my dad. You know, you would think that he would be here for me more, but it's just, damn it, it's hard. And I get so angry. I really, like the last time I saw my dad, um, I mean, he said something to me that just pissed me off so bad. He made it seem like, I never answer my phone. And it's like, hold up. You never call me. What? How is it that you get pissed off at me because you never answer your phone, but you don't call me? Well, the reason I call your sister is because at least she picks up the phone. Okay, that's nice to know that she does everything right, and I just fuck up everything. It's the way it's always been. Ever since I was little, that's the way it's always fucking been. Christy gets everything and Melissa gets her ass whooped. Christy drew on the baby doll's face, Melissa got her ass whooped. Oh, you're just getting to know your father, Harry? Thank you, Harry. I love all of y'all too. I really do. Y'all keep me going. No, Thursday it was my brother and me and my sister. And my brother passed away about 10 years ago, a little over. And so it's me, and I'm the oldest as of now. And then my sister is 7 years younger than me. So, no, there's no more children. Um, it's just us. And, like I said, there's my dad don't own any property. He doesn't own anything like that. He has a truck, um, which obviously I guess she's driving, which would be nice for my husband to have for his job. But, Christy gets everything. And I know that sounds so bad when I say it like that. I even hear it coming out of my mouth, and it sounds, yeah, Gina, from what I understand, I don't believe that's the problem. Um, I think he has a lot of health issues right now. And so he is in a bad way. He's got two hernias. They cannot operate because he's got a titanium heart valve and he's at risk for different things because of that. So there's no surgeries at the age that he's at. And he's being taken care of, but it's really going to be how well does he take care of himself. Um but even I mean my husband told me that he looks okay. He doesn't look terrible or anything like that. He looks okay. He's just got a lot of health issues. And, this is, I don't know, this is why I want to see him. But yet, on the other hand, I feel like this is how I feel, guys. I feel like if I go and put myself over there, even with the desire of wanting it to be one way, it's going to turn out another way. And I'm going to leave there more pissed off and more hurt than when I went into the situation. And that's what I don't want. Yeah, I believe he's mentally stable. He is able to choose where he wants to be and stuff like that. I believe that. I believe first of all, I don't have the space for him and they do, which that's look, I don't care that he's there with her. I will be personally honest with you. I can't be with my dad. I cannot live in the same household as my daddy. Okay? I'll just be that's just my honest thing. Um so I'm okay that he lives there. I'm not okay with the fact that he has no desire to see me. And my sister has no desire to call me and let me know anything about my daddy. I didn't do that with my mother. She came and stole my mother, so this is a history here of shit that she's doing. And even after she came and stole my mother, me and her got into it because she changed what my mother wanted as far as funeral arrangements goes. She gave my mother this whole big thing when my mother only wanted to be cremated. She did not want to lay in a casket and have people walking by her, seeing her sick like that. She did not want that, but they did it anyway. And that is unforgivable to me. I forgive you, but it's one of those things where I will never forget what you did. You went back on your word. You don't do that to people. That was your mother. And you're going to tell people that showed up to the funeral, which was down south, which is why I could not go. It was 5 hours away. And someone showed up and asked, was I there? And Randy, my stepfather, said, she better not show up here. Like, what the fuck are you going to do if I do show up? What? What? Call the cops? What? What? What you gonna do? You sorry son of a bitch. Oh yes, Thursday. Yes, Thursday. Thank you, Miss R. Yes, I've got the best husband, y'all. He is a calm, cool, collected. He didn't get wordy with Brian or anybody else. He told them exactly how he felt. And he let them know. But yeah, that's Thursday. That's what they're doing. They took my dad's tools, everything that my dad said, the truck, everything. Um, and that's how my dad is. Oh yeah, just go ahead. Oh yeah, just go ahead. You know. I don't know. It's heartbreaking, but then it makes you pissed off too. It makes me mad at him. Why can't you care enough about someone else to see that they have a need too? They have a brand new truck. They have another car. We need a truck. But I would never ask. I don't know. I have a certain sense of morals, I guess, that make me go without sometimes. I don't know. I just don't ask. I don't know. It sounds so trivial when I talk about it. I guess that's why I don't bring it up. It's a truck. It's a in it I don't know. Thank you, Janine. I've tried to do my best. Through all of my anger and everything, I've tried to look past my anger and make sensible decisions when it comes to my family. I'm very family oriented, but I am not going to sit there and keep a family together that's going to sit and make me sick and fight. I can't do it. You're right, Kaisa. It is. It is. It's not about the truck. You're right. It's about the anger towards my sister. They went over there. They're taking stuff that is not their stuff, and don't even think about nobody else and they've always been, my sister and them have always been materialistic. My husband drives an old truck for his work truck. It's an old Dodge truck, and thank God for that truck. Honey, that was his daddy's truck, and he has taken care of that truck. But, you know, it'd be nice if he had a little truck like what my dad has. It's not a big truck, it's a little Dodge. It's got some years on it, but still it's a good sized truck. It'd be nice. But, my sister and them, they're more materialistic. They live in the very big nice home, and they've got the brand new truck with the big tires, and this and that, and they wear this and that. And see, me and my husband just aren't like that. I would rather have food in my refrigerator than clothes on my back, right? I'd rather have old clothes from the Goodwill and food in my refrigerator. But no, you go to their house and there's clothes on their back and no food in the refrigerator. I'm just not like that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just not a materialistic person. I'm very simple, easy to please, easy to understand. If you don't understand me, then by God, I'll keep breaking it down until you do understand me. But I think I'm a pretty good, uh, you know, uh, talker. I can explain myself, or at least I try to. I try to explain myself well. Well, Gina, I hope not. I really hope not. I've thought about it. I thought about that. I thought about, how, what if he's handing over his check and they're just getting his cigarettes for him or whatever. I don't know. It's one of those things where so many different things go through your head. There's so many different pieces to this puzzle. And when you're trying to put it together, there's pieces that are missing. And it's hard to, assume and decide what's real and what's going on. I just know that my sister is a liar. She is not, you cannot take her word. You cannot take her word. So, Harry, you're a love child. Wow. Yeah, we are in this together. I'm not the only one that goes through different things like this. We all have shit in our families. And I'm going to tell you, I have suffered so much death. I've lost my brother, my mother. So, of course, with losing my mother, I didn't get none of her stuff. Um, oh my gosh, there's just so much that I have lost that no one really knows. You lose the person, but what about all the stuff that they had? The memories that they had for years of when you were a baby. Where are my baby pictures? You know what I'm saying? Where is my stuff? But no, I just have to go on with the little bitty few pictures that I have and the memories. And these days, so many times people pass away and things get passed down, and you got to go through this or that to get the things, whatever. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that because I have never experienced that. That has not been my experience with death. Death has left us broke. Death has left us broke. It has left us with a lot of loss. We have lost a lot of stuff, our way of life in some instances. I mean, it just changes things. And I miss my dad. I miss my dad so bad. If he only knew. Sometimes I wish that, he could just, God would just give him a little insight as to how I feel, how his daughter feels. Like I told him that day, I was screaming and hollering at him. You know, I said, look at me. Look at me. I said, you don't fucking like what you see, but yet you made me. You made me who I am. I am just like my dad in so many ways. I look like my mother, but I'm so much like my dad in so many ways. And like I told him, look at me, you made me this. You made me who I am today. If you don't like it, then kick your own self in the ass. You're the one. I feel the same way, Janine. You know what though? I'm picking my pieces up and I'm getting my shit together though. I'm getting it together, girlfriend. Good morning, Tiff. I almost missed you, girlfriend. Hey, girl. I love you too. Thank you. Yeah, I'm broken, but you know what, Janine? God can take and put anything that is broken back together and make it whole again. And I'm determined to be made whole again. Gina, I can't do. My baby would hug me so big right now. He would hug me so big. God, I miss him. I miss him. And he'd want to kick some ass too. He really would. He would tell me, Mom, don't put up with that shit. You go see your dad. That's what he would tell me. Hey, Chirp and Burp. Thank you, Gina, for saying that. My baby. Thank you, Harry. And you know what? You're going to be blessed. You're going to be blessed because you bless him. You know that? You're a good man, Harry. You're a good man. I guess today I just needed to release these waters out of my eyeballs, huh? Yeah. It's good to have a good cry and to let it out. It's too painful to hold it in and to try to figure it out all by yourself. And yes, you're right, guys. It's good for my sanity. I know it. Same here, Harry. I'm so glad you're with us, brother. You are a good man. And I did get your comment, and we will talk about that tomorrow if you want to jump in tomorrow on panel and we can talk about love and talk about acts of love. I think that's a great idea. Hey, Sue, you made me cough. Hey, homeless. Thank you, Gina. Yeah, I look. I wear my feelings on my sleeve. I pretty much am an open book when it comes to my feelings. I'm a very expressive person. I've always tried to tell people, even my husband, people are like, y'all are good friends and communicators, and we are. That's my best friend. And, you have to tell your mate, what you need from them. And it goes both ways. They tell you and you tell them. And I'm a very expressive person. Yeah, we love you, homeless. Hope you're doing good today, buddy. And welcome to my chat. And today, usually I have a topic, and today I kind of got sidetracked with talking about my lovely, lovely life and my family. um, not every family is put together and looking like the Brady Bunch. Um, Not every family is like that in America. So, um, okay, so homeless Dagmar says hi. That you can see each other, but you can't comment to each other for a reason. You're right, Kaisa. We have, there's so many different dynamics to families. And when I went to college, I took some courses in marriage and family counseling. And one of the highest stressors in marriage and families is death. Death is the number one. And when you have, I can say at least 15 people, and that's counting kids that I knew at St. Jude, who I was friends with their parents and they ended up passing. Um, 15 to 20 people since the year of 2007, um, including your uncle, your brother, your mother, your son, your grandchild, my grandson, Jackson, who is in heaven. It takes a toll on you. And I don't know, it has really changed my whole life. It's changed my whole perspective on life. It's changed everything in my life. Um, when I found out my mother was sick, I didn't know how I was going to live after she died. And she would tell me, "Baby, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine." And I'd say, "No, Mama, I'm not." You just don't know. I'm not strong enough. And she'd say, yes, you are. Yes, you're strong enough, baby. And you will do it. You know, God, I miss that woman. There are a lot of broken families, Dagmar, and it's so sad. And I hope that me coming forward and talking about my brokenness um, can help people see and help people open up on here. Oh, I know you do, Kaisa. I know you do, girlfriend. I bet you have. I bet you can tell some stories. I can just imagine. It is tough. Thank you, Thursday. Sometimes don't feel like it. You know, sometimes people see things in you that you don't see yourself. And inside, I feel like I'm a quivering little girl up against a big giant with no help. And it's hard. I want to be a big girl. I don't want to be scared, but I don't know that that ever goes away. I mean, obviously, I've always had daddy issues. I've always had daddy issues. I'm really amazed for the marriage that I've had, the 30 years that I've had. Hey, Nunzio, welcome, welcome. How are you? Um, oh, okay, Dagmar. Yes, I recognize that picture. Okay, guys, Casa, I know. Yes, make sure you let me know when, so we can celebrate your mom. Okay. Thank you, Janine. I thank all of you for listening to me cry and vent this morning. Thank you for being my counselors. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for supporting me because it means the world to me. It really does. It means the world to me to know that I have you guys on my side. People, my husband told me the other day, he says, you know, you have more people on YouTube asking and loving on you than you do from your own family. Your own family don't even fucking call you, but you have people on YouTube where if I don't show up for my live, they're going to be commenting and wondering, where is Honeybees? And I've never been used to that, y'all. You know, I woke up and I've got all these comments and stuff, and I'm just not used to that. Um, Thank you so much, Janine. I love y'all so much. Y'all are the greatest. And Nunzio, I hope you have the greatest time. I hope you guys have so much fun. He needs it, and you need it. And I'm going to be keeping in touch with you guys, making sure y'all go fishing and do all the good things y'all need to do. But I'm going to get off of here. It is almost 8:30. Um, we will be on tomorrow. We're going to be talking about love and acts of kindness and, um, you know, just love on each other. Um, and I'm going to have Harry come up on the panel if he'd like, and we're going to talk about acts of love. And, we all need more love in this world, especially after talking about what I've talked about today. We can all love on each other somehow, some way, whether it's, sending a card in the mail to somebody just to say, you know what, I miss you, I love you. And I know people are like, well, that's just snail mail, whatever. But no, guys, I have a P.O. box. You could mail me a card, you could mail me a letter, and I'll write a letter back to you. I know that that's old school and people do email now, but, you know, email me even. Um, I'll get back with you. Um, I really try to stay on top of my email. Not, I check it 3 or 4 times a day. And oh, it's 6:30 where you are? Homeless? Oh, that's right. You're in California, right? Am I right? So yeah, we're going to talk about an act of kindness and love. Love covers, let me just say this, and I know a lot of people may not know what I'm saying, and maybe you do. So if you catch what I'm saying, that's cool. But the word of God says love covers a multitude of sin. And that means that love covers all. Love is what, oh, you're in Washington State? Okay, okay. Thank you, Thursday. I receive your loving energy in the name of Jesus. I sure do. Um, we all need love, y'all. And I like this. I used to tell my people in the prison system whenever I'd go in to preach, you might be the only Jesus that someone sees today. Let that be the smile on your face. You might be the only Jesus that someone sees today. Okay? Let people know that they are valuable just by smiling at them. That is an act of kindness. Letting them know that you can sense and feel how they feel and that you understand them. That's an act of kindness. Okay? Um so yeah, I think that'll be a good I think that'll be a good topic, and I think today's going to be a good day. I think that I need to take what I've talked about this morning and put a plan into action with how I'm going to see my father. And we'll continue on this talk. I'm going to get out of here. Just want to say hi. Have a long day today. Could you let me call and text on morning? Yeah, something's wrong with her phone, babe. She's not in the chat even. Her there was tornadoes in her area, so her service is out right now, I think. Okay, Tiffany. Okay, Miss G, I'm praying for your mom, honey. Take care. Um, I'm praying for all of you, Miss G. You go be with your mother. Okay, everybody. I love each and every one of you. Um, I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel. Um, I think today I may do some pickled eggs again. I've got lots of eggs to do, so I might come on and do a live later. So y'all just be watching out for that. Don't hold me to it though. Don't hold me to it. So, okay guys, love you. Hope you have a wonderful day. Um Let me go in here and get to this computer so I can shut this down or I'm going to still be running. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you, Tiff. No, girl. Nope, not letting nobody slow me down. Do what you love and love what you do.
All right, guys. Um, Here I am in the flesh. Okay, I love all of you. Bless your hearts. Have a wonderful day. Look at my puffy eyes. Honeybees out.